forms. Let us not do too much in it, because anyways in the React or in the Angular, ultimately we do that way only. But whatever the latest features are there, we have to understand them. That is JavaScript. Okay, that is how to handle forms. Handling forms in the sense, not only grouping elements, form elements in one place. Not only that. Okay. What else we have? How to validate form. What do you mean by validating form? Whatever the value I have given, is that value correct? Whatever the values I have given, are those values correct or not? Is that called validation? Yes or no? Yes. Whatever the data we have entered into the input box, that data entered data is correct or not? Right? Who will validate that? Okay. That is why our KGF hero has come. JavaScript is almost similar like KGF hero. What's his name? Yash. No, just yeah. Yes. Okay, fine. Yash. Yash Chopra we call Yash only. I'm just kidding. Okay. So we are these guys, right? So I say that. Okay. So Yash is also a backbencher. Okay, JavaScript was also a backbencher where it was only meant for validations or some DOM manipulations and last bench pass marks kind of person. All of a sudden, JavaScript got a beautiful technique called Ajax. Then it became KGF 1, 2, everything. One particular movie converted JavaScript into most wanted programming or scripting language in the world. One movie, one small technique, that is Ajax. We'll speak about it later, but telling you, right? So earlier we used to do all these validations through forms, through JavaScript. But now HTML has become intelligent itself to validate a form. I repeat, HTML become itself intelligent to validate a form. What do you mean by that? If I enter an email ID, it will check whether that email ID is correct or not. Are you ready to see that? Will it check, sir? It checks. Let us see. Right. Okay. Am I recording it? ప్రశాంత్ ఏమనుకోకుండా ఫ్యాన్ ఇవా HTML head body. Oh, no script. So let me create an input field. Right? Let me create an input field. Input type is equal to not text, email. There is a new type called email type. Right? Email. Save and run this code. So whatever the email you have entered, that will be validated. Praveen and enter is not validating anything. Hello. Why? I have given email, right? Why it is not validating? But it should throw me an error, right? It should show at least some what is that error message, as it is not a valid email ID or something like that. Why it is not showing me? The reason is you have to keep everything in a form. All the input fields will work only in a form. Direct input field will never validate its validation. If you keep it inside a form, see this. Just wait a minute. So here I'm entering this. Still, it is not being shown. Hello, hello. Even refreshed it. The reason is you have to submit it. On submit, it validate the. It will give you the thing. So for submission, we need a button. BUTTON button. Here, I don't want to use the submit button. I don't want to use the word submit. I can give any name. So here, there is no Anirudh here. Otherwise, I ask him for background music. Okay. Okay. So, Abhilash, music could నేర్చుకో. Sorry. So that particular field is checking whether that is given, the given value is correct email or not. So if I enter @ Gmail, it won't say any issue. It is already submitted. Can you see that? Can you check that? There are so many things you have to observe. It is submitted. There is a question mark over there. Hello. Okay. Observation made Chiranjeevi to Megastar. Only his observation towards all the people made him like that. Observation can give you a better job. Okay. The question mark, can you see there? Question mark means you have submitted that. Okay. Why the name is not coming up? Because you have not given the name to email. That is, name is equal to email ID. Now you see, if I click on it, it will show @ is missing. Please enter the part of @. So now it is coming as email with the email ID. Is it okay? So this is how validations work. This is one simple validation I'm talking about. There are multiple other validations also. What are the other validations? Like, I want to enter, I have to, you have to enter your, okay, password. The password should have at least 8 letters. At least 8 letters. So how can I enter that? How can I validate that? Input type is equal to password. And you have a valid, I mean, you have to provide the attribute for validating password length. I repeat, validating the password length. So how can you put that password length? Input type is equal to password. Min length is equal to 8. Below that, anything is not accepted. Okay. Just for, okay. Here I am entering my password and click. What it is saying? Please lengthen this text to 8 characters or more. That means you have to say minimum, you have to give minimum of 8 characters. This gives you the validation. This is another kind of validation. Are you clear about it? Next. Sir, next. Yeah. Age. So this is an license filling form. So at least you should enter your age above 18, will not below 18. So, but here I am able to enter 12 also, but 12 should not be accepted. So what I can do here, I have to say minimum is equal to 18. So min attribute, this is HTML5 validator. This validator attribute will validate the field is having minimum of 18 number or not. So if I enter 12 and click, value must be greater than 18. How is that? Right? Okay. So like this, you can have minimum, min length, email. Okay. Yeah. Next, you can, okay, one more. Yesterday we have seen calendar, right? So just one more attribute is also there, that is br input type is equal to date, and you have multiple properties, multiple possible attributes to the calendar. Just give me a minute. Date HTML5. Min, perfect. So I can provide something like value is equal to the month, that is 5th month, the day 23, the year 2021. So this should show me. Wow. Yeah, see here. What is the mistake I have done? I have given a wrong way of value. So first it should start with the year, then month, then date. So here I have to be careful. 2020, 2021, the month, the day. So the calendar default value is coming with 23/05/2021. Hello. Yeah. So I can give you only window time. Window time in the sense in TCS recently we have offering that 2017 to 2021 passed outs are welcomed for internship. That is what they have given. So I should give you a calendar where you can select only the dates between 2017 to 2021. Before that, you should not able to select. Hello, is it okay? Right. How do I do that? This is the date I want to show it on my calendar. Okay. Right. So minimum of the date should start with 2017 January 1st to maximum is 2021 December 31st. 31st ఉంటుంది డిసెంబర్లో అందరికీ తెలుసు ఇది మాత్రం. ఓకే. Okay, so this is the year. So if you observe, I can't access before this 2017 January 1st to 2021 December. I can't even access the 2021. Do you agree with me? Correct? Even if you say, Abba, please, no way. So no, people are writing like that. Abba, please. No, just kidding. So you can't by giving min and max like this. Sir, those people experienced or too professional people, don't mind my words. Okay, please. Freshers will not have the attention span. I have to do this kind of nonsense in the middle. Okay, and ultimately you have to emphasize on that word. Which one? Min and max. Okay. In my training list, I have one of the best company in India, that is 3DS. Of course, Cognizant, Tech Mahindra are all regular to me. And worst companies also. When I go to 3DS for a training for a week, I speak only about space of Angular. Okay. I can speak it like that, but it will not suit to you. Doesn't mean you're not appropriate. You're fresher. Okay. Right. Just concentrate. So minimum, maximum, understood? Right? You have to emphasize that. You can give minimum range and maximum range. Sir, while I am teaching this, like this happens, but in the assignments, all these things are there. I don't listen to you. Okay. So suppose if I try, even if you try to enter some value, it's saying that value must be 1st January 2017 or later. Okay. Suppose if I give value must be 31st December 2021 earlier. How cute is that, yaar? It is telling you, Abba, please, Abba, right data should be entered, no? Why you are troubling me like this? And the cute ga cheptundi chudandi. Pooja Hegde adiginattu. So you be friendly with that. How cute is that? Em Prashant, kada? Is it not? Otherwise, I'll ask you to write a JavaScript to validate this. Then you will say HTML Jindabad. Okay. Okay. So these are all possible. Next thing is, okay, I have I may see, suppose if I enter the right one, it accepts. But have you seen the empty field is also submitted? Without email ID, the form should not be submitted. Hello. Without email ID, the form should not be submitted. That is a required field. Without giving password, if you log in, it will be amazing, right? If you got a chance to log in without password, which account you log in? Huh? Okay. Okay. ఏ హీరోదో హీరోయిన్దో చెప్తాను అనుకున్నాను. Okay. So you need that password should be mandatory. You need that password is a required field. So how do you make that password as a required field? Yeah. So there is another attribute that is called as required. Just need to say that attribute. You need not to say required is equal to true, required is equal to false, not like. Are you getting me? Yeah. So now, without entering the email, you got an error that you get a message that please fill this field, FIELD field, right? This is how you have to mention the required. So like this, you can have validations to your forms. What are the validations we have discussed today? Email validation, min length, max min, calendar start date and end date. Okay. Default calendar date and required field. These are the validations I have discussed. Of course, without any notes, I have continuously said, but you guys go through the website or W3 schools or MDM. Okay. Right. Sir, search. Your search is very important. Okay. Search. I will also give you the notes, but you search. Next point. So I hope you are clear with the forms. Here in the forms, I have to touch one very important topic, that is hello. ఓకే అండి. అవునా? జేఎస్పీ ఇంపీరియం దగ్గర ఉంటే రమ్మనండి, నేను పంపించండి. విఎల్ఆర్ టెక్నాలజీస్ అని ఉంటుంది, 6th floor, జేఎస్పీ ఇంపీరియా బిల్డింగ్. ఓకే. వై మిత్ర ఈజ్ నాట్ దేర్? సారీ. ఓకే. రాజా, I want to discuss about one concept called HTTP. Word itself very bad, right? HTTP. What is this? Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Why do we need this? Before that, you should know what is web server. What is web client? So all these websites will be stored in the web server in a global computer. So we send a request to that web server and web server gives you the response. While we are sending the request, how do you send the request? What do you mean by sending the request? We enter the URL in the address bar and we press the enter button. Then the request goes to the server. So that URL goes to the server and we get the response as a web page. చెప్పండి చెప్పండి అవునండి అక్కడ మీరు ఎక్కడ ఉన్నారు మీ ముందు ఏముందో చెప్పండి ఫస్ట్ Guys, I'm sorry. Somebody has to come. 2-3 minutes time పడుతుంది. Please wait. Sai Kiran, are you from Sridhar? Sridhar ఇచ్చిన కాంటాక్ట్ అండి మీరు? ఓకే, ఫైన్ అండి, గుడ్. Bhargavi, what do you do? Bhargavi, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there, Praveen.
Yeah. What do you do?
So right now I'm working in Wipro.
Okay.
And I have put like it's a content reviewer.
Oh, content reviewer. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Nice. How? I hope you are following the classes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm doing both. Actually, I have put my resignation, but I'm in notice period right now.
Super. This is the courage. Resignation. And nice. Hi, Dheeraj. What do you do, man?
Yeah, currently I'm enrolled in masters.
Oh, you okay? You are from US?
Yeah, I'm from US.
Okay, good. Nice. Okay, Naveen, how about you?
Business, sir.
Yeah, Naveen.
Business, sir.
Oh.
Sri Sanvi Enterprises. One of the seller of Amazon.
Oh, good. Nice. But you are picking up nicely. Nice, very good. Saraswati, I know you very well. Srikanth, how about you?
Yeah, I am also working in Wipro, sir.
Good.
Yeah, as a content reviewer. Recently joined on that.
Acha. Bhargavi, both of you are aware of each other or what?
No, actually, I recently joined on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Content reviewer. Which content you are looking into? Is it a documentation? Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. So many jobs. Good. Nice. How you all got into web technologies? Why you are all interested in web technologies?
Actually, one of my cousin has worked in the .NET application. So he suggested me to learn React. There was a lot of opportunities there. So that's why I came to here. I am also interested in it.
Good. Hello, చెప్పండి. ఓకే, సారీ ఆల్. వాళ్ళు వచ్చేదాకా ఒక్క 2 minutes. I hope all of you are Telugu people. Okay. ధీరజ్,
Yeah, Telugu.
పేరు మాత్రం నార్త్ పేరు.
Proper Vijayawada మరి.
ప్రాపర్. ఓకే, మరీ తెలుగు అయితే. నైస్. వచ్చేసే అభిలాష్, వస్తారులే. యా. సో ఆగండి, రానివ్వండి, వాళ్ళని రానివ్వండి. ఇట్లనే అవుతుంది ఈరోజు. సో కొత్తగా వచ్చిన అబ్బాయికి ఇబ్బంది ఉందేమో. సాయి కిరణ్, డోంట్ వరీ మ్యాన్. ఈరోజు ఎవరు లేరు చెప్పే తొందరగా రమ్మని సరే కమ్ హ్యావ్ ఎ సీట్ కొద్దిగా వెనక్కి వెళ్ళమ్మా ఇంకా వెనక్కి వేసుకో రైట్ థ్యాంక్ యూ కూర్చోండి సరిగా ఓకే చలో గైస్ ఐఎమ్ వెయిటింగ్ ఫర్ యూ ఫర్ సో long. No, it's okay, calm down. So I'm talking about HTTP. Have you ever heard about this word HTTP? Yes, when? Degree. Oh, okay. Computer science degree. Gods must be crazy. Thank you. Otherwise it will be very difficult to discuss this. Okay, so finally we are talking about HTTP. Why do we need HTTP? Yeah, this is what we are discussing about. So for example, all your websites are in web server. There is a computer called web server. Websites, if it is Facebook, that is in a web server. Google, that is in a web server. Gmail, in a web server. Every website should be in a web server. Okay, next, how do you access this website? You access that website from a browser. Yes, so from browser, how do you ask the website? By sending a request, right? First of all, tell me, I am able to open a website here. I am opening a website called edupoly.com and enter. That means this website is available in the computer, in my computer. Is it available in my computer? Unda adi na computer lo? youtube.com. Is this website, all these videos are there in my computer? Are they there in my computer? Possibility unda? Amazon Prime. Is that Amazon Prime website and videos are there in my computer? No, they are not there in my computer. Where they are? In the web server. This is the point number 1. So if you want the page, you have to first send a request to the web server. So how you are sending the request? Very simple, sir. Open the laptop and say, Abba, please, Abba, open Prime. No, please. No, it will not open. Yeah, how do you open? The browser is very important. That is, so to open any website, you need a browser. That is why it is called as web client. This is web server. That means your that big computer, global computer is web server, and your browser is called web client. How web client is able to get this web page? By sending the request. By sending the request. So once you send the request, web server sends you the response as a website. In the response, website comes. Okay, so you sit in a hotel and you ask a server, please bring me 2 idlis, 1 vada. Okay, how the server will give you? So he will bring 1 chicken biryani to you, is it? No. If you ask idli and vada, he will give you idli vada only. Yes or no? Again you ask chai, he will give you the tea. Right? Okay. How does he give you? The server will send you the idli and vada, right? He will bring you the idli and vada. How? From the kitchen, he will shout, hey, open your mouth, and he will throw from the kitchen or what? No? Chepama, ee peru marchipena. Vishnu. Raghuveera Reddy. Okay. So Vishnu, when you ask the server for idli, is he throwing from the kitchen directly? Then how does he send you? ప్రిపేర్ అంటే ప్రిపేరింగ్ అంటే చెప్పలేకపోవడమా? నువ్వు చెప్పాలి. ఓకే ఓకే. నో నో, నేను అడిగింది టెక్నికల్ విషయం కాదు కదా. సర్వర్ what does he do? Okay, he will pick up the idli from the kitchen and he put it on a plate. On the plate he will add one banana leaf. On the banana leaf, మా ఆఫీస్ లో అంతే. ఓకే, on a banana leaf he will put 2 idlis and he will put one vada, chutney, red chutney, green chutney, little sambar, if you want little sugar, and tenepakam special. Okay, these all will be served, yes or no? But you have asked only idli and vada, right? Why he is serving all these things? You need some extra information also for that particular food. Extra things also you need it, right? The same way, when you send a request to the server will not only give you the web page. Along with the web page, there are so many details comes. Let us see. Are you ready to see that? There is a developer tool called Networks. Okay, when I will go to a website called edupoly.com and enter. I asked edupoly, but why I got all these things? Okay, so when I click on edupoly, as a response, I got you see that website. So website is basically made up of these HTML elements. But along with these elements, there are so many red chutney, green. Yes, see this green chutney. So all these things are coming or not? Yes. This is called as response header. What is this called? Response headers. So when you send a request, are we getting only the code for the HTML web page? No, along with the HTML code, you're also getting some more headers. So in those headers, if all the headers are not correct, even if you get the code, your browser will not show it on the browser. Kangar badaku. Mana aa headers lekapothe, even if you get the code, it will not be shown on the browser. Are you getting me? Aunamma, chutney, red chutney, green chutney, sambar lekunda etla tintavu? Bauntada? Very bad. Okay, so you need these all headers for security purposes, for so many other purposes. Leave it. But now you have to understand one thing. When you send a request, server is sending the response with some headers and some code. Very good. When you send a request to other web server, that web server should also give in the same format or different format. Aunamma, same format. You have to give it in the same format. Otherwise, how the browser can understand which is the code and which? See, you are very good common sense person. So you are able to understand this is red chutney and this is green chutney and this is idli and this is vada. But computer can't understand, right? Computer should have a format in the same format. That means in the response, you should have accept ranges, ALT, SVC, cache control, content encoding, content length. These all things should be in the same format. Hello. Because even if you send a request from Mozilla Firefox, there is another browser. So when you send a request, you get the same response, right? Only then it will be good. Otherwise, what will happen? Okay, it's not there like that. Then what will happen? I'll tell you the problem. I have a Maruti car. And if that Maruti car got problem, anybody in this India can repair it, including cycle shop. fellow ante tappu kaadu. Okay, cycle shop person. If I have BMW and I got stuck up with BMW in the middle of the desert, no one will do that. That is why I did not purchase BMW. Okay, so why we are purchasing Maruti is very simple, because that is repairable, or because Maruti, okay, that follows engine and some setup. Am I correct? The same way, even Honda cars also will follow the same setup. Imagine engine is in a different shape, all the connections are in different format, then is it easier for you to repair it? Come on, try to think. You need in the same format, right? Suppose if you got a problem in AC, whatever the components are there, they should be in the same format or not. Only then it is repairable, or we can handle it. The same way, whatever the response we are coming from the server, that should follow the same order, same headers, same fields. This is called as protocol. Otherwise, what will happen? Only those web servers which support Chrome will be opened in Chrome. Those web servers which support in Mozilla will be opened in Mozilla. So to access a website, first you should know, you should have the different browser. But now one browser can access every website, because every web server is following the same protocol, same set of rules, same set of rules. Is it good or not? There is a solution will do. The same way, every browser should also follow the same protocol, because Chrome send a different request, type of request. My Firefox will send a different type of request. If everyone sends different requests, will it work? Server cannot understand, right? Okay, so you understood that both web browser and client server should follow the same rules and regulations. Yes or no? And that rules and regulations is called as HTTP protocol. Here in this case, it is called as HTTP. Okay. When you are using mails, you have to follow a protocol called SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. So sending mails and receiving mails will follow this kind of protocol, SMTP. File transfer and receiving and sending is done by FTP protocol, file transfer protocol. Because yes, you have to follow the rules. Otherwise, every computer can't understand every server. Okay. Now, I hope you understood what is the importance of a protocol, because we have to follow the same set of rules. Right. Moscovish Tiraltet.com. అర్థమైందా నీకు? ఎవరికైనా అర్థమైందా? దిస్ ఇస్ రష్యన్. నీకు రష్యన్ తెలియదు అని చెప్తున్నా నేను. గాడిది గుడ్డు, నేను ఏదో కిలికి భాష మాట్లాడిన. ఓకే, సో ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ నో, if you don't understand the same process, how do you communicate? Same protocol, we should have that, right? Yes or no? That is why browser and web server will follow the same protocol. It is type of language. What is the protocol name? HTTP protocol. Okay. Calm down. So suppose if browser wants to access or receive or take a web page from the server, browser wants to access a web page from the server, browser sends a GET request. It sends a request, but that request has a special type of method. That type of method is GET. Takes time, Nana. It definitely takes time. it sends a special request called get. Suppose browser wants to send the data to the web server. Browser not receiving the data. Browser wants to send. When browser wants to send, filling a form and submitting, in that time browser is actually sending the data to the server, right? That, and in that situation, browser uses a method, HTTP method called post. Is it okay? When browser wants to delete something, I mean, when the browser means through user wants to delete some data in the server, then browser has to send the request called delete method request. When browser wants to edit some data in the server, then browser has to send a request with a method called put, P-U-T, put. So for receiving the data, which request has to be sent? Get. For adding the data, post. For deleting the data, delete. For editing the data, modifying the data, put. Get, post, put, delete. Something like that. Get, post, put, delete. So these methods are very important. Those methods, when you are sending the data, you have to mention it here. So here the method is equal to post. You have to use a method in the form that is equal to post. Sir, yes, I'm taking a lot of time. I'm taking a lot of money because I'm taking a lot of efforts. I could have tell the same thing in one sentence. Form can use 4 methods: get, put, post, delete. Done. But you don't understand any bloody thing. You need the same input or this kind of information in 4 to 5 different stages. Here I have to speak about the HTTP method. Next, I have to speak about the HTTP method in Ajax. Again, I speak the same. Again, in React or Angular, one more time I have to speak. Again, in the node, if you are going for full stack, I have to speak HTTP method. Only then you will understand what is the bloody HTTP. Okay? It is not something like, I already discussed in the first class, right? It will not happen. I don't do that. Yeah. Logical things, I tell only once. Conceptual things, I repeat. Logical things, you need to practice. Conceptual, yes, you are new to it. I will repeat. Okay. Syntax, I don't repeat. Concept, I repeat. But not syntax. Syntax, you have to practice. Logic, you have to practice. Logic and syntax, the very first time when I tell you, at that time itself, I will clearly explain it. Okay. So just to introduce you, what are the HTTP methods possible, I discussed the whole story, HTTP request and HTTP response. So from today onwards, you guys must be thinking, whenever you open a website, you should start feeling about sending the request. I am sending the request. Some web server is sending the response. This kind of feeling should come. Of course, we are not watching any romantic movie, but still you should get this kind of feelings. వీటిని కూడా ఫీలింగ్స్ అనే అంటారు. ఈ ఫీలింగ్స్ కాదు కదా సార్, ఇయే ఫీలింగ్స్ అంటే అవి కాదు. ఐఎమ్ సారీ గైస్, జస్ట్ టు make you to be into the class. I'm trying my stupid best. Okay. So you should have that analogy. You should have that thought process. Request వస్తుంది, ఇప్పుడు లోడ్ అవుతుంది. That means request is coming. It is taking a lot of time. When you are downloading a file, maybe file transfer protocol is used. When you are sending an email, you should think like maybe SMTP is used. You should have that feelings in the mind. Then you will understand Node.js. What is emailer? How do I send email directly in the node? Oh no, you have to write an application to send an email on your birthday. How do you write such applications? Amy, ఇదేమైనా సుల్తాన్ బజారా డైరెక్ట్గా పోయి కొనుక్కొని రావడానికి? హెచ్టిటిపి అంటే హెచ్టిటిపి ఇస్తాడు వాడు. నోట్ జేఎస్ 70 రూపాయలు 70 రూపాయలు అంటున్నాడు. ఇది ఫీలింగ్, లోపల రావాలి అది. ఇది నాలెడ్జ్. ఇక్కడ పెన్నుతో రాయరు, ఆలోచనలతో రాసుకుంటారు. మీరు ఆ స్టేజ్కి పోవాలి. రెడీ? అంతే, లేకపోతే కాని పని. మస్తున్న ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లు అయిపోయిందా? ఓకే సార్, ఓకే సార్. Okay, chalo guys. So method is equal to post. Why we are using post? If we put it post, what will happen? Sir, I have a link. Okay, so when you send a request from the browser also, actually there is a request going out of your computer. For example here, Rohit. So here, watch here, Facebook. So when you send a request, is it a request or not? ఏదైనా ఉన్నా ఏమనుకోకండి, ఏదేదో వస్తున్నాయి ఈ మధ్య మనకు తెలియని. Is it did I send a request? Did I receive a response? But which method I have used? Whenever you send a request, there should be a method involved in it. Method ఏది? By default, browser uses get method to send a request. The default method is get method. Even in the form, if you don't supply the method, what is the default method used here? Come on, get method. Is it clear? That is why we are actually, by using get method, if you submit the form, whatever the data is, that will be visible in the URL. Fine. Suppose if you are using the method is equal to post, whatever the data you send, guys, one sec, I'll show you. Font chinnaga undi, I'll check it out. Okay, don't worry. So here I am entering the value must be greater than, yeah. So can you see there is no data available in the URL. URL lo edana data kanapadutunda? Are you able to see any data in the URL? No, because I have used the method called post. Okay, ante when I am sending the data to the web server, which method I have used? Post method. So if I use post method, that data will not be in the URL. That data will be in the message body. ఇవన్నీ మీరు ప్రాక్టికల్ గా చూడాలన్నమాట. ఇవన్నీ చూపించే ధైర్యం నాకుంది, కానీ కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవ్వకుండా, భయపడకుండా, అయ్యో నాకేం అర్థం అవుతలేదు అని అనుకోకుండా వినగలిగే ధైర్యం మీకు ఉండాలి. ఓకే సార్? ఎందుకంటే ఇదంతా చూపించినప్పుడల్లా నేను ఒక రిస్క్ చేస్తున్నట్టే. ఏం రిస్క్? కొన్ని అర్థం కాని విషయాలు మీ మైండ్లో పెడుతున్నా. మీకు అర్థం కాని విషయాలు మైండ్లో పెడుతున్నానంటే యూ ఫీల్ బ్యాడ్ అబౌట్ మీ. నన్ను గురించి బ్యాడ్ అనుకున్నా పర్లేదు, కానీ మీరు చూడాలి. ఇది కనుక చూడడం భయపడితే మీరు ఎప్పటికీ నేర్చుకోలేరు. డీబగ్గింగ్ చేయడం రాదు మీకు. యూ కెన్ నెవర్ అండర్స్టాండ్ దట్. ఆర్ యు గెట్టింగ్ మీ? సార్, నేను మిమ్మల్ని ఎంగేజే చేయాలనుకుంటే, ఎంగేజ్ అంటే జస్ట్ కామెడీ చేయాలనుకుంటే 40 రోజులు కామెడీ చేస్తున్నాను. నవ్వి చచ్చిపోతారు, కానీ మీకేం అర్థం కాదు, అది దానివల్ల యూజ్ కూడా ఉంది. I have that capability also. You read about my reviews. Sir can do stand up in the class also. అట్లాంటి రివ్యూస్ కూడా ఉంటాయి. కార్పొరేట్ క్లాసెస్లో నేను చేసేది అదే. నా క్లాసెస్లో మాత్రమే నేను ఇట్లా మాట్లాడతాను. ఎనీవేస్ గైస్, సో కమ్ బ్యాక్ టు ద పాయింట్ హియర్. సో వేర్ ఈస్ దట్? వెన్ ఐ సెండ్ అ రిక్వెస్ట్, నౌ ఐఎమ్ ఫిల్లింగ్ ద ఫార్మ్. So here adv forms.html, the request got sent. Okay, we did not receive the request, but try to see a request header. In the request, the data is passed through request header under payload. Hello, I am passing through request header under payload. అదే నేను if I use instead of method get, by default also get only, if I send the same thing, I could send the data, but it is going through query string parameters. Hello sir, you should know this. I am introducing you right now. When I speak about React.js, there I use this query string parameters, params, and message body, that is payload, that is called form data. Okay, so when you are using post method, what kind the data will go through message body or form data. When you are sending the data using get method, the data goes through query string parameters. Okay, so don't worry, again we will see that. Okay, తెలుగులో చెప్పాలి అంటే పోస్ట్ లో పంపించినప్పుడు ఓకే డేటాని కవర్లో పెట్టి పంపిస్తుంది. అదే గెట్ తెచ్చుకునేటప్పుడు గెట్ మెథడ్ యూజ్ చేసి కూడా పంపించవచ్చు ఒక్కొక్కసారి. అప్పుడు ఏంటి, పేపర్ మీద రాసి పంపిస్తాం అంటే ఎవడన్నా చూడొచ్చు. సెక్యూర్గా వెళ్ళదు, డైరెక్ట్గా పేపర్ మీద వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. పోస్ట్ అయితే లోపల పెట్టి సెక్యూర్గా వెళ్తుంది. పోను అట్లనే అనుకోండి పోను, కానీ వాస్తవం ఏంటి? వాట్ ఈస్ ద లోయెస్ట్ డీటెయిల్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు టెల్ మీ. గెట్ మెథడ్ యూజ్ చేస్తే క్వరీ పారామీటర్స్లో పోతుంది, పోస్ట్ మెథడ్ యూజ్ చేస్తే పేలోడ్లో పోతుంది. సారీ, ఫార్మ్ డేటా మెసేజ్ బాడీ పేలోడ్. ఓకే, ఫార్మ్ డేటా అనే వర్డ్ యూజ్ చేయండి. ఓకే, సో మీరు ఏదైనా ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ అటెండ్ అయినప్పుడైనా, క్లయింట్తో మాట్లాడేటప్పుడైనా ఇలాంటి టెక్నికల్ వర్డ్స్ వాడితేనే మీకు బెటర్ సక్సెస్ ఉంటుంది. ఒక కంపెనీలో సేమ్ జాబ్ చేస్తారండి ఇద్దరు, సేమ్ వర్క్ చేస్తారు. ఒకటికేమో హై శాలరీ ఉంటుంది, ఒకటికేమో లో శాలరీ ఉంటుంది. ఇది ఎవరు డిసైడ్ చేస్తారు అనుకుంటున్నారు? మీ హెచ్ఆర్. మీ హెచ్ఆర్కి అంత క్యాపబిలిటీ ఉంటే హెచ్ఆర్ శాలరీ పెంచుకునేది, అంత సినిమా లేదు హెచ్ఆర్కి. క్లయింట్ డిసైడ్ చేస్తుంది. మీ బేసిక్ శాలరీ మీకు కంపెనీ ఇస్తుంది, మిగతా శాలరీ అంతా ఎవరు? క్లయింట్ ఇస్తారు. క్లయింట్ రౌండ్ అని ఒకటి ఉంటుంది తెలుసా మీకు? క్లయింట్ రౌండ్లో మీరు మాట్లాడే టెక్నికాలిటీని బట్టి ఇతనికి ఇంత ఇవ్వచ్చు, ఇతనికి ఇంత ఇవ్వచ్చు అని డిసైడ్ అవుతుంది. మీరు అండి అదే మరి నాన్నగారు ఆ రోజుల్లో అని మాట్లాడితే సో మీరు ఈ టెక్నికల్ వర్డ్స్ మాట్లాడాలి. రెండోది, ఎందుకు నేను ఇవన్నీ చూపిస్తున్నాను మీకు అంటే, రెండో విషయం, యూ హ్యావ్ టు రీడ్ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ బ్లాగ్స్. బ్లాగ్స్ చదువుతావా? చెప్పు, పేరు మర్చిపోయినా. రఘువీరారెడ్డి గారు చెప్పండి, మీరు బ్లాగ్స్ చదువుతారా? చదవరా? నిజం చెప్పు. ఒట్టు. విక్రమ్ సినిమా చూసినావా? ఎట్లుందంట? పోన్లే రాజా, నువ్వు చెప్పు రాజా. ఆయన సిగ్గుపడుతుంది. విక్రమ్ గురించి అడిగిన స్వామి, నేను ఇంకా వేరే సినిమా అడగను. వెరీ గుడ్ సార్. మీరు రివ్యూస్ చదువుతారు కదా? రివ్యూస్ ఎక్కడుంటాయి? బ్లాగ్స్లోనే ఉంటాయి. అట్లాగే యాంగులర్, రియాక్ట్, జావా స్క్రిప్ట్, HTML, CSS వీటికి కూడా బ్లాగ్స్ ఉంటాయి. మీడియం అంటారు. మీకు ఏదైనా క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చింది అనుకో, వేర్ డూ యూ పుట్ క్వశ్చన్? ఓకే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ లైఫ్ సైకిల్ మెథడ్స్ ఇన్ రియాక్ట్. సో నాకు W3 Schools, React JS, Code Academy, Geek for the Geeks, Log Rocket, Java T Point దీన్నే బ్లాగ్ అంటారు. వెంకట్, మన ప్రాబ్లం ఏముంటుందంటే we read this blog but we don't understand anything. What is the reason? We miss so many such small points. He speak, I mean, in the sentence he says form data, you will get that. This, what is form data? Query parameters, you will get that in the data. What is query parameters? Small things. అవన్నీ మనం వదిలేస్తాం గాలికి. అట్లాంటిది ఇది ఎట్లా అర్థమవుతుంది మీకు? There is the problem. So that is why you have to learn or you have to understand every detail clear. Fine, sir? Yeah? Okay. Today, I just want to conclude it here. Okay? Really don't mind. Continue doing this forms, okay, with all the validations and extra validations also. I want to give you a small task, which is self-study. I speak about this in the JavaScript. That is called regular expression. You have to apply a regular expression to your password. That password should have at least one capital letter, one special character, one number, one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter. This is the condition, general condition. So your form field should have this password field with all these conditions. Clear, sir? Okay. So that's okay. That is about your forms. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about CSS, sorry, not CSS, anchor tags, single page application, and images in your HTML. Is it okay, sir? Right? So that's it for today. And I hope I have all your numbers. I can consider Saraswati, Srikant, Teja, Naveen, Bhargavi. You guys are there already in the class. And please confirm Sai Kiran and Dheeraj today so that I can create a group for all of you and we can communicate over that. Okay? Okay, that's it, guys. That's it for today. See you tomorrow. Bye. Any questions unte call cheyanడి.